What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Doge to BTC. Also the current coin market cap, as well as an article I did find in regards to Charlie Lee. The article is titled, Litecoin creator Lee clears the air about Litecoin's future. So I do think that's quite important and does have a lot of relevance to the channel and what a lot of you guys have been saying as time has gone by. I've been reading your comments and a lot of people have some very negative responses to Litecoin in specific, not even the market as a whole, mainly in regards to the fact that Litecoin's dead. Litecoin's forgotten about. Nothing has been working with Litecoin. But now we can hear it from the creator himself, and hopefully this will inevitably better understand the market and see where things are potentially headed. So, otherwise, we are on the current coin market cap. You can see 297 bill. So we definitely were falling compared to yesterday. We're starting to gain some momentum right now. 24-hour volume has pretty much died off. Bitcoin dominance is falling as well. You can see out of the top 10 cryptocurrencies, everything is up except for Monero and Bitcoin. Litecoin still in the number 5th spot, up 4%. It is almost the number one gainer for today. 5% on EOS out of the top 10 cryptos. But all in all, markets are starting to consolidate. If not, we're trading sideways. We are starting to move back to the higher direction, which obviously looks good all in all. So merely we're starting to see that consolidation, and I do want to see how this is reflected on the prices in a second. Now I do just want to really jump into this article. This is what I've been waiting. I have not yet read this, so this is going to be the first for me and the first for you, so I don't have any biased opinions. Over the past few months, the Litecoin community has been under a barrage of rumors for the project is dead. Indeed, Bitcoin millionaire Eric Finman called the altcoin nearly dead in December, claiming that it is currently relishing in its last minute of sunlight. I don't know where these rumors start. They always start and then they disappear when the coin shoots up. This was it last year, except as cryptocurrency, as a whole. The statements seemingly lack from the lack of overt development being done on Litecoin. The project's main GitHub repository has seen little activity comments in 2019. Maybe comments? I don't know. Despite there being a resurgence in the price of pretty much every crypto asset, Litecoin included, also there has been talk of privacy implementation into the chain, yet there haven't been any digitally tangible deliverables. This has resulted in an onslaught of hate for Litecoin and its team members. So, what do we have to talk about? Charlie Lee sets the record straight. Of course, the Litecoin Foundation hasn't been all too pleased with the rumors. Hearsay Litecoin creator Charlie Lee recently released a 16-part thread addressing the storm, quashing a majority of the critiques that the crypto community has had for the project. So I wonder if this goes on. I'm not too sure how long it is. I'm going to pull up the tweet itself on Twitter. Sorry I didn't have that loaded. I didn't know they had this link there. Otherwise, we'll just look at it within the article for right now. You can see, just want to set the record straight. In the 8-year history of Litecoin, we've only had a handful of core developers working on the Litecoin core. At this various point in time, it's been me, and then all these other people. I do not know their names exactly, but it doesn't be too bad. Okay, here are all the other threads. It's no secret that we have purposely kept Litecoin's code very close to Bitcoin's code. Since we are mostly just merging in Bitcoin changes, we only need the lead Litecoin core developers doing the merges and the rest of us with code reviews testing. Wow, he wrote quite a bit. Adrian Gallagher is the leading Litecoin core development. A few years. You may know Adrian as well, Twitter much. Recently, there's been a lot of FUD about Litecoin having no code comments in 2019, so it is commits. Get off. When you look at Litecoin GitHub, it would seem like we did no work in 2019. There are actually two reasons why this is the case, even though we have been developing for 5 Bitcoin releases a few months. So when we do release, we are releasing code. 6, yada, yada, yada. If you want to read more about these, just hop on to, obviously, Charlie. Oh, he released like 18. Let's see how many he did. 16? Wow. Yeah, so we're not going to read all those. That's going to take up the entire episode, and I don't think you guys want to do that. But last thing I want to add is that I will work on better communication with the community and give more frequent updates on things. So, there's obviously a lot of stuff going on right now within here. So usually, and I believe it's been quoted before, is when the markets are slow, that's the time when, I think Charlie Lee was where I heard it from. That's when he spends the most time. When the prices are low, the prices are down. They spend the most time developing. So do I really believe that crypto is dead? Do I believe that Litecoin dead? No, not really. It's just short term, but that's where the fear comes in. Every single time the markets kind of stagnate or trade sideways, rumors start to spread, things, come across as negative, and all in all, it affects the price, but it affects people's outlook on the crypto and towards investing in the future. So honestly, do I think it's really that bad? No, I really don't. I don't think we're doing terrible at all. This is just a short-term, movement. We've seen the prices skyrocket. Let me move back just to explain things right now. For those of you who are confused with everything that's been happening, we did some crazy stuff in the past 2 years. We started off, we can go back all the way to 2017, September 2017. We were trading at $3,000. We shot all the way up to $20,000 back in December of 2017. We fell all the way down to, wow, even lower, to $3,000 once again, $3,300. And then in the past couple of months, we have escalated that so high from $3,000 to $13,000. That means for every $3,000 you put in, you'd get an additional 10 grand. That's kind of wild. An additional $10,000 in just a couple of months. So for those of you who are a little antsy on the fact that we're just starting to retrace or see some small consolidation, if you look at the bigger picture, we're actually up quite a bit. And from the start of this year, which was back right here, this is the start of 2019. We were trading at $3,700, and we had a high of $14,000, and we're currently trading at $11,400. So the fact that we started off at $3,500 and are currently at $11,500 is quite a jump in that. And the fact that people consider it dead, I don't know. Don't be involved in crypto if you're just going to be negative like that. But obviously, we are starting to see consolidation like this back downwards. Like I said, I'm still waiting for some sort of retestment on this uptrend before I buy back in and ride that back up, because I do think that's what's going on. You can see the small dip in Bitcoin is leading some more volume into the rest of the market. Litecoin, on the other hand, is obviously in a little bit of a pickle, having some issues breaking its high-low MMA, which we've seen numerous times in the past. Right here, problem zones, problematic. It has just recently broken bearish, hit a bottom right here, and we're starting to hit its resistance right now. We've been using this support for quite some time in the past, and just recently did we actually break bearish from that and fall below it, which I was quite surprised about. But we're starting to see some sort of consolidation, some sort of pull to the upside, so we have to keep a close eye on that, whether or not we're going to be able to break the uptrend. That's what I'd like to know. I drew a small downtrend right here. Let's see if this is a truth factor. It looks like it is. We may start to see even more resistance and more pullback in the near future, like in the next couple of hours while we retest the downtrend and we retest this resistance. We may start to pull back down lower. I'm calling it bottom at $80, so we'll see. That could be a great price to buy in, but we'll wait till the markets start to retest those levels. Then we'll see whether or not we'll have enough volume to break back and retest the high-low MMA, because all in all, that's the most important thing, whether or not we go back up. At some point, we will retest the high-low MMA, and there will be profits made. It just depends as to when and what prices we start to resurface back to the upside. So a couple of factors that we do have to consider while investing. Otherwise, it's just a mere market of consolidation, because at any point you put in, nothing could really happen. It's just been consolidation. You put in at $200 on Ethereum, it goes up to $233, falls back down to $206. Nothing's really happening. We're waiting for these major runs like this that we can profit off of. That's where money was made. But in the past couple of weeks, since we've fallen back in July 9th, it's been semi-stagnant. You can see there's been a lot less action and a lot less volume, a lot more resistance on the high-low MMA, trading in between this uptrend right now. Once again, it's just consolidation. I don't know how I really don't think other YouTubers are giving great, analysis in terms of buying and selling, because these markets are slow. They're consolidating right now, and there's no real great buying opportunity that's going to make you profit. Obviously, there are other ways, which I am trying to figure out what to share with you guys. But in the meantime, it's just a waiting game right now. If you didn't already buy, wait for the right moment, because we are going to be heading up very, very, very soon. Now, lastly, to wrap up with Dogecoin, let's see if Dogecoin is continuously pulling up. And there we go again. So we did seem to find a bottom right here, which looks awesome to me, and we're starting to trade upwards, which looks great. You know, like I said yesterday, we're even higher. We're looking for this sort of momentum. So very nice to see that Doge is starting to retrace back upwards. But otherwise, guys, that's going to sum up today's episode. If you're new to the channel, leave a comment, drop a like, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.